Thank you all for coming today. My name is Janelle Heberly, and I'm the marketing assistant here at WRT. Thanks for taking a little bit of your time today to learn about streaming TV. A few housekeeping things. I'm going to be starting this class on this side of the room on this TV, and then for about the first 20 minutes to a half hour, and then we'll take about a 5-minute break, and I'll move to the other TV, and we'll be doing I'll be showing you a live demonstration of actual streaming apps and some different things that might be helpful to take back with you today. And if you need to use the restroom, it's right out to the left around the corner here. And everyone should have a handout at their seat. And on the inside cover, we'll go ahead and get started there. And so basically, what is streaming TV? It's a process that allows you to watch TV via devices that are connected to the internet, such as smart TVs, laptops, smartphones, and gaming consoles. You can stream both pre-recorded content, such as movies and TV shows, and live events like local news and sports. And one of the main questions I get is, how do I choose a streaming service? And WRT has invested in a website that is free for your use. And I've included the website on this inside page so you have it for reference at a later date if you'd like to go through this website. But it's called gostreamnow.com/WRT. And I'll be showing you a few of the highlights of that website. But going to the next page, basically, what do I need to start streaming? And before, above, and beyond anything else, you need an email address. I know it kind of sounds maybe funny, with all of the technology now, but there are a few people that don't have an email address, and if you don't, you'll certainly need one or sign up for one, because when it comes to all the subscription services with any of the streaming apps and platforms, you need to have your email tied to those, and I'll be showing you that after a moment. And as far as also with your email address comes paperless statements. So when you do sign up with a streaming provider, you'll no longer get a paper statement like you're maybe used to now with WRT. And also, I'd like to mention that when it comes to streaming services in general, WRT provides internet service for you to use to pick a streaming service. We do not provide streaming TV services. So, it wouldn't be on your WRT bill or anything of that nature. We provide this class just as a helpful tool to help you decide what's out there and what might be a good fit for you when it comes to streaming TV. And then, of course, you'll need Wi-Fi, internet connection to start streaming. And this website can walk you through and help you determine a good speed. And if you don't know what your speed is, two ways you can find out. Either it's on your printed bill, or you can stop by the front desk and ask on your way out, or just give us a call and customer service can look up your account and see what your internet speed is. And do you necessarily have to automatically upgrade your speed? No, it just depends on how many devices you have in your home. So what you'll find nowadays is there's a lot of devices connected to the internet in your home that you may not realize. Security cameras, doorbells, all of your cell phones, your laptops, a lot of things are connected and they all take a bite out of the cookie per se. So that's something to keep in mind. If you do notice that you have some buffering, the circle spinning when you're trying to download something, that can be an indicator that your speed needs to be upgraded. You can always give us a call, and Internet Help can do some troubleshooting with you and maybe determine if you need to move to a higher speed as well. So this is what the website looks like, the GoStreamNow.com. And as far as choosing the internet service or the internet streaming service, there's a category up at the top here. And if you mouse over it, it'll break it down into 3 categories. There's live TV streaming services, on-demand streaming services, and free. And on the middle of the page here, it gives you a listing under each category. And I'll be doing a live demonstration on YouTube TV and also Pluto TV. So we'll be going over those. Pluto TV is a free streaming service. The live streaming services are going to have, especially YouTube TV, Hulu plus Live TV, and DirecTV Stream. They're going to have your local channels according to your zip codes. Some of the other ones do have live streaming services, but they don't. They just have a specialty niche according to what they carry specifically. And if you want to learn more about those services, this live TV streaming services category here, if you click on it, it will break them all down individually so you can learn more about each one. And so, for instance, if you want to learn more about YouTube TV, you could click Learn More, and then it'll show you pricing. You can actually go directly to YouTube TV's website from here and also do a channel lineup comparison. If you can get to the channel lineup comparison here and also at the very top of the website page as well. If you click on that at the top of the website page, it breaks down all of the live TV lineups there are out there. It will show you that network's or that company's pricing at the top in the blue. And then on the left side navigation, it'll break down all of the channels that are available on live TV services. So for instance, there'll be the check mark under YouTube TV for ABC and so forth. If you're looking for a specific channel and you don't want to go through the whole list, there is a search bar up here where you can type in a channel to narrow down the search. So for instance, if you like A&E, you could type that in, and then it would show you specifically which providers carry that channel. What's another channel that someone out there watches all the time?
RFD TV.
RFD? Okay. Okay, so RFD TV is showing on DirecTV Stream. It's showing that Sling Blue and Sling Orange, you can add it on for an additional cost. A lot of the streaming apps out there now, you'll find that you can get a subscription just to that specific channel or that network if you'd like. So there's a lot of workarounds with streaming TV where you can get things a la carte. So, if that is something that's all you ever watch, you could subscribe directly to RFD's app. I'm not sure how much a month it is. I can look it up for you. But then, that would be a big cost savings compared to paying $84.99 a month and subscribing to a DirecTV Stream, if that's one of your main channels that you watch. I do know there's an employee that does have a subscription to DirecTV Stream, and with DirecTV Stream, you can still use your WRT internet. They would have a little device that plugs into your TV, or it would, if your smart TV can download their app, you could do it that way. And then you could get, you know, their service with your WRT internet. I have been told that they have channel numbers. So if you're a previous Midco TV customer and you like to have that channel number in your lineup, that may be a good fit for you if that's what you're used to and you're used to subscribing to a package type of a network. And then in the middle of the page also, when it says on-demand streaming services, that's like the word sounds, on demand. Their channel, or all of their programming is on demand, so you can watch their programs whenever you want, whatever time of day you want, pick up where you left off, and so forth. It wouldn't be live necessarily. And free streaming services, the one streaming service that I know is completely free is Pluto. And that's why I like to do a demonstration on that one. And also I recommend it when you're learning how to stream. That way you're not out anything. You don't have to subscribe and pay a monthly subscription or anything. You can get the hang of it navigating through streaming TV by going to Pluto. They have a ton of free content, which I'll be showing you as well. The other streaming services do have some free content, but you may find that you'll be watching a program or a series and you get a few shows in and then they might want you to subscribe, or free's only free to a certain extent sometimes with some of these. So, but they'll never automatically charge you. Usually when you're clicking through, it would pop up something saying that it's going to charge you before you would get charged anything like that. All right, so when it comes to streaming, one more streaming service that I would actually like to mention to you, because it comes up frequently in these classes, is there's a streaming app out there called Frndly TV. And excuse me, Frndly TV has 50 plus channels that seem to be pretty popular with a certain amount of people. I've had call and ask me, like, it has grit and history, inspiration, Me TV, I believe, and they have a specialty lineup. But if those are some of the channels, or A&E, that you like, this might be a solution for you. I believe it's $6.99 a month. So if those are some channels that you have to have and you don't want to subscribe to a large TV provider, this might be an option for you as well. It also notes at the top of the screen here that you can watch it 7 days for free. So you could even take it for a 7-day test drive and see if you like it. And of course, when you sign up for any paid service like that, they're going to ask you for a credit card. So if, for instance, if you wanted to cancel it before the 7 days was up, you would need to log into your account and either pause it or cancel it so you wouldn't get charged. And then before I move on, I do have an additional handout with everything at your seat there. And it's a checklist for WRT members, and it serves a purpose in 2 ways. And one is that if you're first signing up for streaming services and learning how to stream, there's different, did you guys get one? Okay. There's different steps for different devices. So for instance, if you're setting up an Amazon Fire Stick, it'll go through the steps. And then in number 8, number 9 is if you're setting up a Roku. And number 10 would be regular streaming TV setup. So that is a helpful checklist to go through. The other purpose this handout serves is that if you decide on a service and you're not so sure how to get everything set up in your home, WRT does offer to come to your home one time free of charge and help you get your devices set up. They would ask that you would have a subscription service that you want to subscribe to and you've made up your mind on that service and you have everything ready to go, meaning you would fill this out to the best of your knowledge. You would include your email address and any passwords that you've set up, and I'll get to that in a moment as far as, for instance, if you subscribe to YouTube TV, you'll need to register your email address and so forth and create a password. And you would want to have that information ready if you decided to have someone come over and help you. If that's something you decide in the future that you want to do, you would just call our customer service department and they would set something up with you. And also on the very back page, I like to mention that when it comes to streaming TV and different types of streaming TV services, you'll find that it comes with extra emails. So if you don't already have a Gmail address, I'm not saying you have to sign up for one, but this would just be, if you would sign up for a Gmail address, it would be a way to keep your streaming services separate from your regular email, so nothing would get lost. For instance, if you're currently using a West River email address, then you could still keep your personal email separate from all of your streaming TV services. So that's an option, and that's why I included those instructions on the back here for you. All right, moving on to the bottom of page 2. So when it comes to watching TV with a streaming device, now you don't have to go out and buy a brand new TV in order to stream. Generally, most TVs are built with, if you turn to the next page actually, most TVs have an HDMI port on the side or on the back. So if your current TV at home is not a smart TV, you can turn it into a smart TV by using a Fire Stick or a Roku device. And those devices, what they do is they plug in to that HDMI port here. And then what you would do in order to get to that stick, there's an input or a source button on your remote control for your regular TV. So for instance, if you plug it into HDMI 1, you would use your input or source button and find HDMI 1 on your input, and then that would get you to that Fire Stick or Roku, and then it would you would essentially make your regular TV a smart TV. Some older smart TVs do need an upgrade like a Fire Stick or a Roku. I'll use myself as an example. I have an older Vizio TV at home. Right when they started coming out with smart TVs, they were only pre-built with a certain amount of apps and information on them. And now, of course, streaming TV has really developed into a much larger spectrum of things, and I needed to buy a Fire Stick to plug into that older streaming TV to give it an upgrade. But the newer TVs in the last 3-4 years should be just fine as far as getting the streaming services that you need. Any questions about streaming devices or streaming TVs? No? All right. At the bottom of the page, you'll notice a diagram of an Amazon Fire Stick remote, and I have included those those labeled buttons there because for the next part of the class, when I'm clicking around with the remote, then you can reference which buttons I'm pressing, and it'll be a little bit better of a visual to follow along with. And on the next page, so getting started with a subscription streaming service, if YouTube TV is something that going forward that you do decide to sign up with and get a subscription with, I highly recommend before you sign up with them that you create a Google account with your email address. You'll find more and more websites and logins now, if you haven't noticed already use Google as a way to streamline the way you log in. It will remember your information and make it a smoother way to do that. So I've included the instructions on how to sign up for a Google account. You would go to google.com, and then I've highlighted in yellow if you don't want to sign up for a Gmail address and you want to, for instance, register your WestRiv email address, you can do that. You would just have to click on use my current email address instead. That's why that's highlighted in yellow there. The reason being why you would want to register your email address with Google, especially for YouTube TV, is that they are owned by Google. So that kind of puts everything together in that perspective. And at the bottom of the page, I have a side-by-side comparison on channels. And of course, this is just an estimate. It's not an exact cost, but you'll see YouTube TV, Hulu, no ads plus live TV, and traditional TV services. One of the things that YouTube TV has over Hulu plus live TV is that YouTube TV is much more portable and shareable than Hulu. If you never travel anywhere and you just only watch streaming TV in your home, Hulu plus live TV is perfectly fine and it's a great option. However, if you travel for the winter, for instance, and you go to Arizona or Florida or something of that nature, YouTube makes it much easier to pick up and travel, and they're not as picky as Hulu plus live TV is when it comes to that. They offer unlimited cloud DVR storage, so you can record as many programs as you want, and it's never going to fill up. They usually start deleting your old recordings in about 6 to 9 months. They'll go away. You don't have to delete any of those. They offer 3 streams and 6 accounts per household in their base package. So what that means is 3 streams is 3 devices going at the same time. And 6 accounts is 6 email addresses that are linked to that account. They do have an option. If you have more than 3 TVs in your house and you want to add on, they do have, it's called 4K. And for the first 12 months, I'll be showing you that in a moment. It's $4.99 extra a month. Then you can add unlimited streams, so unlimited devices. It's also easy to share this service. For instance, our financial manager has a daughter that goes to college in South Dakota, and she uses one of his streams. So it is easy to share like that, whereas Hulu is not. They don't allow sharing like that. Let's see. They also offer the NFL Sunday Ticket. You can add on to YouTube TV. And generally, every 30 days, they change their offering. So we'll look what their current offer is. Sometimes you can try it for 10 days for free and get it at a lower rate for the first 3 months. So they usually have a pretty decent introductory offer when you sign up with YouTube TV. And the other thing that you'll notice is different about streaming TV versus traditional cable services. You know, you used to have a box for every TV, and usually that box would come with a rental fee, so much a month. Whereas you're not going to find that with streaming TV anymore. So even if you do have to buy a streaming stick and plug that into your TV, then it's bought and paid for. You're not going to have a monthly box charge like you would have with traditional cable TV services. Any questions on the content that we went over in the handout so far?
So you're able to record programs, or you can record programs also, like you do with the service, or like DirecTV or Midco?
Yes, so the question is about how do you record your favorite programs. We'll be going over that when I move over to this TV. I'll show you how to set up your DVR recordings.
But if it's an on-demand service, it's already on the platform for you, so no need to record it then.
Oh, so you can just go.
Depends if it's there. Yep, you would just search for it or find it in the genre or whatever it is, and then they'll have, hopefully, ideally, they'll have all seasons and episodes for you, but just kind of depends.
Yeah, there are certain networks that have all of their series built in, where you can search for them and then, you know, just watch it on demand. You wouldn't have to set up recordings. The differentiator would be like the evening news, for instance. If, you know, that's something that you would probably want to record, they might have it on demand, but if you just want to make sure it's always there in your recordings, that could be something that, as an example, could be recorded on a daily basis.
What about, like, if you're watching something and you miss, you know, you might miss part of it because you had a phone call or whatever. Can you rewind?
Sure. Yes.
Live, when you're watching live TV?
Yes, you can rewind when you're watching live TV with streaming. Yes, that's a great question.
So I'm basically looking to see, because I get Netflix and Peacock, and I already subscribe to some of them, but I want to be able to watch the local channels. Is the only way I'm going to do that is to go to subscribe to YouTube TV?
YouTube TV and DirecTV and Hulu plus Live TV are going to be your top 3 options for your local live.
Have all the local shows and the news and all
Correct,
the day
like
it's happening?
like KFYR and so forth. Yes.
Do they have their own apps now?
Yes, and a lot of the local news networks, such as KFYR TV, for instance, do have their own app for news, and I'll be showing you that as well. So that is a workaround. If, you know, if, for instance, KFYR was the only thing you needed to watch was the news, or wanted to watch was the news, then they have a free app that might work without you having to subscribe to a whole TV package. Now, if it's something in the evening like Wheel of Fortune that you want to watch on Channel 5, then you would want to subscribe to a larger scale package, because then, you know, that just comes with everything. Peacock is the NBC network, what their app is called, but Peacock does not have the local news, for instance. Peacock is going to have everything on their network, like all their sitcoms and so forth, or game shows, but it doesn't have live news and sports, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 'cause I forget, some of them I get, you don't get them on the day they happen, but you get the episode the next day. On what, yeah, but I can't remember which one it is I use that, if it's NBC or CBS, maybe CBS, like, trying to think of the show we watched. But you don't get it live, but you get it the next day.
Okay, so is there an app you're currently using and then you can watch content the next day? Is that what you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
I have that,
Oh, you have that right now?
yes.
Okay, what app do you use to watch that? Do you know?
Let's see, we have Amazon Prime,
Okay.
Netflix, and, HBO Max, but I'm not gonna keep that, I don't think, 'cause
Okay.
basically it's Amazon Prime and Netflix.
Okay, and so you're seeing some
I'm
CBS
thinking
content the next day somewhere in one of your apps?
Well, I do, not
Okay.
currently, but.
Okay.
I
It's
just-
just not
you-
live.
Right, right, to get it live, I'd get it live on YouTube TV.
Correct. If you subscribed to a provider such as YouTube TV, they do have live networks according to your zip code. So, like your Channel 5, your NBC, ABC, Fox, and so forth, those pull according to your zip code. So the channels that you're used to when you used to have Midco or another provider, it would be essentially the same.
The same,
Yeah.
and that's the only way you can get them.
Is if you go through a live TV provider is the
Like
only way to
YouTube,
get
yeah.
live local channels.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, great questions. Any more questions before we take a 5-minute break? All right, hearing none, we'll pause for 5 minutes. Feel free to help yourself to some coffee, and we'll continue in just a moment.